Yes. Back again. Yes, yes, y'all. To the beach, y'all. What up? You know the routine. Well, hello. You know the phrase that pays. Well, hello. Hello, my caffeines. Hope you're well. Welcome back to How Do and How. What's going on? Let's clear the screen, clear the Soul Train Scrabble board, and we will get going. Man, nothing better than a fresh cup of digital coffee. All right, you guys, let's start this off strong. Sound off. I need to know who's in the building. Let me know. I need to see your face in the place. I'm gonna go through this. I see Matt's in the building. I see Nakota is in the building. Yo, I see LJW chilling in the cut in the Kizut. What up? Who else is here? Sound off. Caitlin, I see you. A lot of stuff going on today, you guys. Um, I the first I subscribed to the one of the digital newspapers, the New York Times, and I get these little like push notifications, and they're like, "The Queen of England is being cared for by medical people by the afternoon she was gone." So, EJB, I see you. Well, hello. How are you? So that's big news. So maybe we'll start there because I don't really have a dog in that race. But I wonder how many people. Let's do our first ones and twos of the night, you guys. It's early. We're starting off strong. I got too many. I got too many Johns. First ones and twos of the night. This is early. If you have more than a passing interest in the affairs of the British monarchy and the royal so and so's, put a one in the chat. If you stay up at till 4 in the morning to watch like Prince Harry get married, if you're like part of that, if you're like, she's the princess, is so beautiful, and you kind of sign on for that. Nope, no knock. Put a one in the chat. If you could not care less about what's going on over there, put a two in the chat. Matt said we're totally breaking protocol. Matt says just saw some weirdness with Patreon's security team. What are you talking about, Matt? I didn't hear about that. Do they like, steal people's identities or something? That's all they need. All right, I see some strong twos. A lot of twos. Matt Matt says one for Suze who's asleep. Yo, what up? Yo, what up? It's good to see you, Jay. A two in the chat. Caitlin says 1.5, not as interested as 2 generations ago. Okay, I'm with it. Nakota says one, but more from keeping an eye on the colonizers. I feel you. Oh no, did not hear about that. That might be a to be continued. Bros, what up, Bros? Bros is three, making his own rules, enjoying the memes and Twitter takes. What is like those memes? I'm here for the memes. I feel you. Well, I think that's interesting any way you slice it because it's like, I don't know, what was she, 96? And I know people who say 96, that's young. And there are people that kind of believe in this new universe where people just live to be really old. Um, but I know from from our side of the fence, right? From where I'm from, we don't live that long. So I mean, it's very rare that I know like old black people. I know old black women. It's rare to see a lot of old black men. So that's probably one of the biggest reasons that I like my gray hair. Is I earn these joints. You know what I mean? Jay's like, The memes are wild, yo. Facts. So, I mean, I guess I don't really know how that works. Some people um, just kind of signing on for longer. Like I know some older people who are like, you wouldn't know how old they are because they're not broken down. Life hasn't broken them down to where like, kidneys fail, all this other stuff, and you're just kind of like a clunky mess. Like I said to somebody, I think who had like a needed a knee surgery. I was like, when you walk, does it sound like a a loose bag of Legos? But and then there's some people who are just like super like, hey, they're 70 something years old. Hey, let's get up at 6 o'clock. Let's go mow the lawn. Like, fam, where are you getting this energy from? Somebody fill JRD in. He's late. Um, we are talking about the Queen. So the ones were JRD. If you care about what's going on in London, not just about the Queen passing, but about like, are you into that? You know, people are really all up on Harry and Meghan and what's going on in the royal so and so's. But it was for a minute. I watched that show. What was it on FX or one of those things called The Royals, where they were kind of doing this modern take on what it's like to be British royalty. Yo, I see my people checking in late. No notorious Jardines in the building. Ronaldo is in the building. Dakota wants to now change it to abolishing the monarchy. All right, well, we can storm the castle after coffee break. I try to keep it even. Um, but I'm glad you guys feel strongly about things of that nature. I think probably even more importantly to me is just kind of like, yo, facts. Yeah, I got my fantasy football joints rolling in the corner. I took it off the screen so I don't pay attention to it. It's just like age now, right? People say we're living longer. Here's a great thing. Hold on, let me see if I can find it. Just do the Jeopardy music for a second while I try to figure this out. Hold on one second. There it is. There it is. There it is. There it is. Give me one second, you guys. Let me see if I can open this. All right. Something always going on in coffee break. All right, so hold on. Talking about age, right? Uh, yo, you see my man? You see my man Whitman Mayo? Y'all know Grady. If you don't know, tell me how old you think Grady is in this picture. How old is the actor in this image? Hey, Fred. I want to put your things in the chat. I want to see how old do you think Grady is? Well, actually, Grady was one of Fred's. If you don't know who this is for Sanford and Son, and this is one of Fred's buddies, Grady. This dude looks old as dust. Right? But yeah, JRD. There are a couple people in the chat that are right. Yeah, JRD says Whitman Mayo was in his early 40s, late 30s when Sanford and Son was on. He wasn't that old, bro. Black don't crank, right? But think about what 40 in the era that Whitman Mayo came up as to what 40 looks like now. You know, I'm sure. I mean, and I'm sure he was kind of, I want to say well off, but better off than other people who were 40 in his time. Yeah, Red Fox wasn't that old. I mean, he looked beat up. I think there's something to do. I don't want to say it's clean living. I think it's just stress and the stressors of life that age you quicker. And I think if there's a lot of things that kind of benefit you, like say, I don't know, you kind of like coupled up in a really good way, or you had a life that was kind of like less stressful than somebody else. I'm missing one of my lights. Somebody else's life, and you have a routine, and you hear people say things like that. Old man, what's the secret to life? Walking. Walk a lot. I walk a lot. These kind of like simple things, or like people like, Nana will say, I drink a glass of red wine every night. Some people would think that she might have a drinking problem, but that's apparently the fountain of youth. I think it's however you kind of handle stress and stuff that kind of like puts you where you are. You know what? I'm almost got my Grady. I'm like touching great points here. Like, I'm trying to change my lifestyle, y'all. Maybe this will slow down, but I might be full gray soon. I might be Aaron Gray soon. Let's see what's going on here in the chat. Caitlin says, "Wow, Grady was mad young." Well, you didn't say that, but I'm filling that in. GRD. Now we've switched to Sanford and Son. Whitman Mayo was the reason to watch that show. He led a solid supporting cast, but he was the best. Fox was hampered by censors. I don't know how that show ever got made, to be honest, because Red Fox and the other comedians of this time, they were like dirty as all get out. Those dudes worked blue. I don't know how they got network television shows and didn't get kicked off the air. I really didn't mean to talk about Sanford and Son. Ronaldo says, I remember thinking seniors when I was in high school looked like men, right? They were huge and had lumberjack beards. But do those kids don't look like that now, do they? What does a high school senior look like now? Ronaldo says, kids today look like they haven't left the womb yet. I think it's funny. I think it's kind of regressing because when we were, it's time for the Gen X hour. I feel like when, kind of to Ronaldo's point, either young people look really old, like mature. I won't say old, or they look like 10-year-olds in high school. Like Freaks and Geeks is a perfect example. Like kids look mad corny. But then I think kind of after the Britney Spears phenomenon and things started to change up. And I think maybe too many McDonald's cheeseburgers, and then you kind of went into like a whoa, how old's your kid? Oh, she's 15. She looks like she's 29. Um, Back to Sanford and Son. Matt says the entire cast was amazing. I like Damon Wilson, but he was maybe the weakest, but he was also the straight man. Yeah, he was kind of pigeonholed there too. But also, I wonder. I mean, it's like in those kind of ensemble shows where everything's kind of centered around a star. Like, is kind of like your role to plus him or her, or to just like kind of run, swing for the fences. I guess Seinfeld would be a good example of that. It's like people say, "Oh, all the rest of these people are great actors," and Jerry Seinfeld was the worst because he's a comedian. He wasn't an actor. I think he did the best he could. Yo, J1, I see you. Says Jen a day keeps the reaper away. Also, Milk and Cheese says Jen makes a man mean. Duke, what up, Duke? He'll be okay. Duke says stress, son, tobacco, and alcohol age you way more than just years. Yo, that's facts. And when we talking about this a couple of weeks ago, dipping, that can't be good for you either. That's just not. And it's funny. Like growing up in the city, a lot of places where I would go, they didn't even sell that stuff. Like I remember seeing a can of what Skoal or whatever, like the just like straight chewing tobacco. People were like, "What is that?" I never seen somebody actually use it until later, and I'm just like, "Yo, that's like the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life." Yeah, the we call them party records back in the '70s. That's where, your folks put you to bed early, and then everybody was downstairs in a cloud of smoke laughing really loud, and you didn't know it was so funny. What am I missing? Why can't I listen to the record? Because you can't fall asleep because everybody's making too much noise. Go to bed. You just sit in the dark, like, looking at the ceiling. "Ah, I wanna stay up with you guys." Nakota says, "Everyone in my family lives until 90 plus. Wow. Unless they get taken out by drugs slash booze slash car crashes first. My parents are 83, 84, and still not completely gray. Wow." Would you call that clean living? Right? Because there's got to be kind of like a familial secret. Is it, you know, always being active or, I don't know, not eating butter? Like, I don't know. It's interesting. Jamal, what about Jamal? Jamal says the actors from Friends are now older than the youngest of the Golden Girls, or when that show started. That's wild. It's also wild to me. A lot of my buddies with kids are their kids are older than me and their parents were when we met, which is crazy. That's one of the things that blows my mind the most. It's like, oh, so Ricky just graduated from Pitt. I'm like, yo, we met in college. Your kid's older than that's. How do you guys deal with that? Ronaldo has straight facts, real rap. You always put talent around yourself, make you look good. It's gonna be okay. I love it. JRD says, always remember that best line in all the Indiana Jones films. It ain't the years, it's the mileage. And Ric Flair told him, oldest ride, longest line. Woo! Space Mountain, if you may. What up, Ronaldo? Ski. You call y'all ski because what did Rick James say? Cocaine's a hell of a drug. The '70s and '80s were snuff driven. Yo, it may be September, but it's always July when Julian Lytle's in the building. What up? Yo, let's get our first sip of the night. Guys, get your sippers up. I want to know what y'all sipping on tonight, but let's stop what we're doing. Give a pause for the cause. You sip us up for my man Julian. What up, July? What were you saying? Hey, what up? Yo, what up, Sways? My man Will Rosado in the building. Good to see you. LaWanda Page was a reason to watch that show. She was also a very dirty comic. All those people would like make you cover your ears and blush. LaWanda Page was a dirty comedian. If you and I know a lot of us are like old, that come from vinyl world, or you collected, you came from a house with a record player. And I know that's back in vogue, on some hipster stuff, but I'm sure your parents might have had party records in the house, like Red Fox, Richard Pryor, Rudy Ray Moore, and it's interesting now. Once in a while, you hear a comedian that comes out with a CD. It's just like it's their set, but it's just an audio. I think people aren't really keyed into what that feels like to be at a listening party, right? Just you sitting around and just like listening to stuff. Yo, what up, Ben Harvey? Well, hello, hello. Well, hello, hello. Good to see you, my man. Caitlin says, I knew someone who started chewing tobacco when I was in high school after we had been traumatized by the pictures of mouths of people who use. Was that like in health class? Like this showed you people's like jaws that are like blown out. Oh no. Um, yeah, so tell us more about that. Like they had was that kind of like a health class where they're like I remember when we had health class, it was just the PE teacher holding up a infectious disease book and like, this is what gonorrhea looks like. Everybody's like, oh, this is chlamydia. Oh, but nobody did the mouth hole. Oh no, I need to hear more about that. Nakota says my parents did not live clean at all. They have stories that make people go, "What? What?" Yeah, no, I mean, like even some of the stuff that I ate as a kid, and I'm like, I'm no health guru. Come on, look at me. But like I grew up, my family's from the south. Some of y'all rural. You just kind of eat like a lot of rich foods, a lot of like greasy foods, pork rinds. And I was reading how like they're trying to like remix pork rinds into being a good keto snack for your keto diet. I'm like, bro, you eating pork rinds. But I think we talked about pork rinds a long time ago on my old Instagram before it got nuked. I was at the Sam's Club and they had a giant barrel of pork rinds. I took a picture of it. I was like, smash or nah? And people were like, smash. So I'm gonna do another ones and twos real quick because it's funny. For you snackers, for you people here for Tabersnackles, are you team pork rinds? Put a one in the chat. Or a nah fam. Put a two in the chat. Let's hear about it. Oh no. All right, let's see what's going on. Yeah. Oh, we're sipping. Okay. Paul Pate, what up, Paul Pate? Paul Pate, good to see you. JRD says, Kidless off the bed, but says hi. Hello. I'm talking about your kids being old. El Jamal says, my kids aren't that old yet. That's good. Duke says, can't stop doing stuff. Can't stop, won't stop. Diddy. If the body stops, the mind stops, and that's what puts you in the ground. All right, I feel that. Matt Ringo says, my dad is an anomaly. Most of the men of my dad's size don't live to see 80, but he's 88. 88 miles per hour. Not looking good for yours truly. Oh no. And to that fact, Matt's sticking with Wooter. Let's give a shout out to Team Wooter out here in these streets. I see you out here. Keep it high and tight. Um, all right, so we're okay. So this is the ones and twos for pork rinds. Yo, Tim, you came in right at the perfect time. Ronaldo's a pork rinds are foul. But yo, when they start mixing it up, you get the like spicy pork rinds, and you open that up and you crunch that, and that dust, that ash just goes up. It's like the Thanos ash. Did you bite into that? Just like you got like Peter Parker dust in your mouth. Pause. I'm coming back to you, Caitlin. I see you. Duke says technically pork rinds are swine. I'll see myself out. That's right. No swine in the building. Paul Pate says, "Where in the South is your family from?" North Carolina. The Cackalax. Caitlin is team no swine. JRD is team pork rinds. I see you out there, brother. I think you talked about that, didn't you? So you keep pork rinds on deck, right? Nakota, nah. Matt, no. No for you, one for Suze. All right. Definitely nah. Tim, you ain't mess with those back in the day? Ronaldo is triggered by pork rinds. I see James Bond like strapped to a table with the pork rind coming to him. Do you expect me to talk? No, I expect you to die. J1s says it too. I think some of y'all lying up in here. Why you always lying? EJB, leathery rinds or air puff rinds? Let's do the air puff rinds. E, what up, E? E says two. Okay, all right. Y'all be eating pork rinds. Stop frying. July says I ate some pork. We're watching WWE Clash of the Castle. See, I'm gonna give you another sipper just for just for putting that out there. I remember people would eat pork rinds and dip it in hot sauce. Thank you, El Jamal. You can't live in the South and not eat pork rinds. They revoke your card. A lemonade in the cup. All right, I feel you. JRD says, my family is a buffet for cancer, so I've been getting real close to my doctor for the past 5 years. Start early. Yeah, it's true, y'all. Especially for you men, go to your doctor's appointments. Don't front. Matt says, I hate that you can see the pores and sometimes a scorched curl of hair. It's just nasty. That's nasty. Eternity forever. Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good. Oh man, I got some some Peter Parker in my pork rind. Tim says my dad loves pork rinds. He also just made the 88. So like dude said, I concur. Not looking good for me. But perhaps pork rinds are the key to longevity. I think you might be onto something. I think we all got to go to Team Pork Rinds, y'all. Ronaldo says, uh, "Why are the jalapeno pork rinds? Why not? What's the gift for the kids? Like, let's have both." Oh man, Dakota says, "Pretty much all pork makes you violently ill, so it's a pretty easy nah. Thank you for me." Oh man, see, don't make me nauseous. Fat back, lard, all that stuff is crazy. Even like that little piece of fat in the pork and beans can was like, ugh. Eternity forever. I haven't had pork rinds since the 80s. Yo, facts. They still sell them in a bodega. They might be the same ones from the 80s. Yeah, see, this is kind of like the old meeting the new. It's like they make it, but you don't have to eat it. JRD says, I'm very particular about pork rind. Hold on, guys. I just want to say we had a lot of people watching tonight, and I wonder if people came from pencil to pencil. They're like, wait, this dude was talking about pork rinds? I'm out. JRD says, I'm very particular about pork rinds. Most brands will monitor their cracklings. Yo, monitor your cracklings. That's like my man. Oh man, I forget his name. It just fell in my head. The cat that played for the Raiders, the running back. And he was like, yo, take care of your mentals. Yo, take care of your mentals. Don't monitor their cracklings. I prefer Jewish bacon, which is chicken skin baked crisp, the crackery crisp. You sound like a Maya Angelou poem. Leroy Jenkins. Oh no. Yo, hold on. Ronaldo says, no, no, no. The little piece of fat from the baked beans, I fight for that. Yo, I eat those. Yo, that's gross, bro. Turkey bacon gets co-signed in my house. Duke says, if I had to eat crispy fried oversalted crap in a bag, I'd have to go with Funyuns. But I wouldn't be happy about it. Somebody force feed me Funyuns. Yeah, Lynch. That's my man, Marshawn Lynch. Yo, yo, keep your eye on your chicken. Take care of your mentals. That's a smart dude, yo. I think that's one of the craziest things. Like, if I'm not mistaken, right, July, Marshawn Lynch didn't spend a dime of his NFL money. He lived off of his licensing and like merchandising deals. I think he kept all his checks in a drawer or whatever you do. That sounds like some sort of signifier that you don't spend the money that people give you. And he's like, "Yo, y'all young boys out here, I'm telling you, you ain't gonna be healthy forever. You're gonna wish you had that drawer full of money. Take care of your mentals." Yo, I cape for cheese puffs. Yeah, I cape for the what's the new the they try to make them seem healthy, but they're not. I had a little I bought this little you know, like those I probably took somebody's back to school snacks. Like the box with the little bags like you would get out the vending machine rather than just like a big bag and you open it and you just put your whole forearm in it. Pause. Just I think they're white cheddar Cheetos. Not the Cheetos are like the little like crispy cat turds. What's the like the puffy joints, like cheese curls. I love cheese curls. I can't eat a lot of that stuff. That's right. Variety packs are where it's at. Back where it's at. Paul Pate says beast mode is awesome. Yeah, beast mode. Yes, yeah, he is. He's a lot smarter than a lot of the smart people are. That's right. Is Beast Mode going to be the new mascot for Coffee Break? Yeah, I'm just here so I don't get fined. Uh, uh, Marshawn, can you answer this question? I'm just here so I don't get fined. I love it. Ronaldo was. Let's go back to the fat piece. Wait, piece of bacon and the beans is gross, but y'all eat fried pig skin. Yo, he got you on that. He got you on that. Discuss that. Or I feel like I've missed some stuff. Matt says he's a turkey bacon lane. Paul Pate says, since we're fessing up, my dad is Alabama born and bred. He'll throw down on all them southern foods. He's 84 and still push mows the lawn. Wow, the push mower. Me, ride mower. All right, I feel that. You know, especially like when they start getting older, they don't want to listen to nothing. You know, Dad, let me get that. Yo, sit down. Don't touch me. Yo, right next to the pork rinds in the Sam's Club is the cheese balls. Pause. Ronaldo just be setting these layups up for me. He's like cheese balls. Pause. I gotta dunk it on that pause. Yeah, we're all 13, you guys. Cracklins. All right, hold on. So, is there a difference between pork cracklins and pork rinds? It's the same thing, right? What are we talking about? All right, now y'all talk about mowing the lawn. Hold on a second. Now we're talking about Marshawn Lynch. How did this happen? Dakota says, I worked at the Target by their practice field when he was in the Sea Hacks. He'd go wild during Christmas for Toys for Tots. It was amazing. Yeah, I mean, it's like, and you know what? You don't really hear those stories. Like you always hear about, oh, these people are this or they're that, or they jumped out of the Benz Jeep and just like started fist fighting in the street. Like, but what about Beast Mode who comes and buys up all the toys for the children? What about Snoop Dogg in the Toys for Tot bus? What about those stories? I guess that doesn't make good storytelling. I gotta keep up with y'all. All right, after this, I'm gonna do an ID. Jared D says pork rinds equals just the skin. Pork cracklins include some of the fat layer under the skin. See, I'm mad, right? Because I remember that stuff was delicious, and I had my time where you just it's like one of those things like you get that crunch and you're like, oh, these are disgusting, but like they're so good at the same. It's the salt, isn't that what? It's the fat and the salt that gets you. That's how it always gets. That's how they always get you. Matt says cracklins are a little bit of salty fat with that hard, chewy rind. Oh, see, Ronaldo going in. Ronaldo says, "Do y'all eat the turkey neck and giblets too?" In other news, Tim Fielder says, "Hey, maybe I missed it. Leon Extraordinary. Congrats, and thank you so much, Tim Fielder. Thank you. Duttons for everybody." Everybody knows about the Dutton, right? Tell him, Tim Fielder. Your boy JN created the Dutton. I didn't make the GIF up, but when I see black excellence, I'm be up in your comments with the Dutton gift. Come down this aisle and receive your Dutton, because I see y'all out there. I see y'all achieving, and I'm here for it. Okay, I'd like to see more of y'all in on my chat, in my wall, but I'm just saying. But nevertheless, you're here for the Duttons, and thank you, Tim, for that. I appreciate you. Yes, JRD, the Charles S. Yeah, that gif where you see Charles S. Dutton in the street, like clapping weirdly. Yeah, there it is. Click it on your thing. Thank you, El Jamal. Save me from that. El Jamal says, my late aunt preferred beef tongues, livers, and hearts. Yeah, like liverwurst. Or as we used to call it in the old country, liverwish. Beef tongues, livers, and heart. Oh, oh. Yes, Rock. That's that's Charles S. Dutton. Yes, the Dutton. All right, you guys, let's do a coffee check. Thank you, El Jamal. Y'all know what coffee check is. When I check the mug, see who we are in the episode. Yo, y'all caught me sipping. See what I did there. All right, I gotta take you off the screen, my friend. You know what happens? Man, where's the thing? You know what this is? This is the reverse Drake segment. Started from the top. Now we here. Hmm. Not gonna like this, you guys. I'm running out of runway. Is that? No, hold on. Yeah, there it is. That's where we're at. Not good. It's almost time for me to pull out my heated mug that I got for Christmas like 2 years ago. My electric mug was really cool. This is a weird one because we haven't really talked about nothing. We talked about pork rinds and beast mode and the Queen passing. That's really weird, isn't it? Oh, hold on, Dakota going back. The hacks. When the Seahawks would do the Toys for Tots shopping with the media, then after the media left, the guys who really cared would stay behind and buy extra toys. Yeah, everything's a photo op, but it's good. It's good to hear that. Yo, what up, Chinchillas in the building? What up, Andrew? Well done, my friend. Hard work pays off, yes, sir. So happy for you, and for all of those going to enjoy your talent. Thank you so much. My man Andrew is referring to guys. Today, I got a box of Leon's. Yes, the full colored book just arrived at the studio. It's magnificent. I'm very excited, and I think you're gonna love it, you guys. Um, and also the book doesn't come out till next. Hold on a second. Tim says will be available in hardcover. Yes, sir. Hardcover got a jacket flap with my face on it. What? So fantastic. No, there's another shipment of hardcovers coming in later. Andrew says, I'm going to hit you up for a signed copy. Okay. All right. I like that energy. You should go cop it and then I'll sign it. How's that? Tim says, when? When what? When will? They're both available at the same time. Uh, the book is available on October 4th, hardcover, softcover, ebook, Kindle, Comixology. Just cop it. On the cover, I'm like, now I can't do a Sue's pose if Sue's ain't in the building. Duke says, inspired but it ain't hard to tell. I'm going to take the kid to the local library and ask if they order a copy of Leon. Yes, sir. Make sure you ask for Leon the Extraordinary. And they're going to be like, ping. Tim says, will you be in New York? If so, I'll get my copy signed. Then yes, I will be. Very excited. I don't know how long I'll be in New York. I'm kind of like, I'm kind of in a real tight window. So it may be a couple of days. I don't know if it's going to be the whole thing, but once I get my Schedule finalized. I'll let you know. Thank you, El Jamal. Leon Extraordinary, October 4th. Phenomenon, September 16th. Hardcovers and soft covers wherever they sell books. We're early in the show. I'm already doing it. Wherever they sell books, wherever books are sold. That's good. And it's funny because earlier I was feeling some type of way. I was like, you know what? Am I not promoting enough? We're on that really small runway, you guys. A month before book launch. It ain't a month now. It's days. And it's kind of like, am I doing enough? I'm not on Instagram enough saying the same thing over and over again. But you know what? I have my Gandalf ways. Some of you old school people know how I embodied some of the Gandalf isms. Jamar is never early, nor is he late. He arrives precisely when he means to. Early. Early. Yes, I will. We're going to do a real big at Baltimore. We're going to have big fun with the wretched in Baltimore. Can't wait. As you know, Baltimore is like that's my show. Baltimore is my show. I'm a Philadelphian, pride and true. I bleed them Johns. You know what I mean? Real rap, 360 waves. But I get a lot of love in Baltimore. Always get love in the DMV. I come through. So much love in the building, and we're going to celebrate. We're going to celebrate, y'all. Baltimore Comic Con. If this is the year you're like, nah, I don't think I'm going. You better go to Baltimore this year. JRD says Leon is also available for digital pre-orders. It could be on your phone when you wake up, cousin. Get it hard. It wasn't me this time. It was Ronaldo. Paul Pate says MSU Library has the largest comic collection in the world. Next time I'm there, I'll ask if they carry Leon. They'll get it real quick if they don't. Yes, please. Thank you. I'm also excited that the book is also global. If you check on your internets, I saw it. I saw it in the UK. I saw it in some language I didn't pronounce. I don't know. It's crazy. I saw it in was it like Blackstones or something in London. It's crazy. Matt says, I'm definitely planning to be in Baltimore. My plans haven't gone so well this year, though. Well, I hope to see you. I hope that we can celebrate. Hope we get to break bread. It'll be good. And also, I still haven't done an ID. We're almost out of time. We had a really great pencil to pencil last night. There's a lot of eyeballs in the chat tonight. If you uh, stumbled across Coffee Break with JM because you went to pencil last night, put a zero in the chat. Yes, you can. I'll put some Eye of Horuses on there for you. Jared D says I'll have my sister ask her local library in Glasgow to get it for my nieces. Yeah, do it. Rest of World, ROW. I love it. But yeah, I don't want to turn the end of the show into the Leon hour. But like I was saying, I was feeling like, oh man, am I not promoting enough? Not that I ever feel too weird about promoting stuff, because I know some people do. But it's kind of like I don't want to keep spamming you with the same thing. But today was a good day. I put a video on my Facebook wall of me unboxing the new book, which was super exciting. And I wanted to share that with you guys. I didn't put anything on Instagram yet. I'm still not really feeling my new Insta. Like I miss my old Insta. And I'm just haven't really kind of like, we're just talking. We're not going out or anything. I didn't give it my jacket, you know what I'm saying? But I'm warming up to it. And I'm kind of like peppering stuff back across the platforms. But it's out there, y'all. It's wild. That's right. ABC, always be promoting, always be closing. Yeah, check out Pencil to Pencil if you're Team Pork Rinds or not. How you not follow my Insta? It's funny, yo. I was last night we had Tahid Bundia on. Tahid was amazing. If you're not reading Crabgrass in your local newspaper, yeah, they have new comic strips in the newspaper. Go cop it. It's a fantastic deal. People, I don't think people knew they were still making new comic strips. But Tahid got in there. He's in what he said last night. Close. He might be in 140 papers soon. He's online. We were talking earlier, and it sounded like this was like a web comic. Yeah, it's on the web, but it's also a newspaper strip. I'm so proud of him, you guys. Somebody said something like this earlier. We're living history. The stuff that's happening when we're all going, people are going like, "Oh shit, I remember yo Leon da da da. Yo Crabgrass, that's my joint." Yeah, I know, dude. Like you gotta like celebrate this richness while it's around you. Celebrate the excellence, you guys. El Jamal says he may not say it too often, but I will. Leon Extraordinary on October 4th. Phenomenon, September 16th, hardcovers and softcovers, wherever they sell books. Thank you, El Jamal. JRD says, new, yes, that's right. They still make newspapers. El Jamal says, also, Crabgrass also has a book launching on September 27th. Soft covers everywhere they sell books. I love it. It's real, y'all. JRD, thank you so much. So Steve is a really solid addition to the team. Thank you so much. Stone Cold Steve Conley is such a fantastic component to the Pencil to Pencil team. I think there's a really nice balance on what we're doing here, and also I would be remiss if I didn't say that, a lot of the graphic upgrades are Steve. Like Steve designed the Pencil to Pencil logo. He had the hands, the Kakank. Well, my apprentice did the Kakank, but that logo that you all know and love, Steve made it. And he's just a smooth cat, and I'm really excited that he's part of this. Uh, in front of the camera, not just behind. So yeah, thank you for that, JRD. I'll pass that on. All right, let's try to do an ID. I'm gonna do one like back to back. It's kind of weird, but let's do it. How do you guys feel about that? You're watching Coffee Break with JM with your boy JM. That's right. Philadelphia's favorite son. And throw some names out in the chat this time, you guys. You tell me what nicknames we're gonna use tonight. Um, some call me Captain Scholastic. Um, others call me Maurice. In honor of Star Trek Day, thank you, El Jamal. The captain of this ship, Jean-Luc Picard, engage. Make it so. That's right. That's one of my favorites. Yeah, there you go. Also, your internet best friend and hairbrusher. Well, hello. What happens here? Well, you get to hang out with me, cartoonist. That's right. I'm a cartoonist too. And watch me drink this coffee and run my mouth. And when I'm out of coffee, where's Trey? Will somebody wake up Hicks? I messed it up. Will somebody wake up Hudson? Well, yeah, it was Hicks, right? Who was asleep on the drop ship? It was Hicks. Anyway, I'm all over the place, you guys. I'm undiagnosed ADHD tonight. Mr. Five, how do you feel? I feel alive. Nice, Dakota. Yeah, you guys. I can't say how important moves like Tahid getting the syndication deal is, and I'm always kind of tight when people are like, "Oh, cool." Like, no, no, cool. Like this is news. I'm not even talking about my stuff. I'm talking about all these other cats. You know, my man Mike Manley. There's two legacy comic strips in the newspaper concurrently. Every time we get on Pencil to Pencil, y'all should be like, "Yo, salute the full bird colonel," as he's right in front of your face. And thinking about the age stuff came over, man. Have you seen the director's cut of Aliens where Hudson names off all the guns and missiles they have that are going to kill the bugs? We got tactical nukes. We got ball busting whatever. It's so great. It was good they cut it out. It wasn't necessary. We're living in history, you guys. Sometimes I think about legacy. We're getting to that age when we start thinking about, well, what am I leaving behind? Like that's real. I've got what is it, JRD? 4 years of coffee break, 3.5 years of these. And just the other day, somebody Tahid was talking about, oh, I had a great time on Pencil. Pencil was great. And somebody who's been on my wall, been a friend of mine for years, was like, oh yeah, check that out. That's really cool. You've never seen Pencil to Pencil, really? And I'm not even hyping myself up, y'all. What do they say? Even a broke clock is right twice a day. You can trip over some of my videos. I do enough of them. How do you mean you never seen them? You got to explain that to me. You know what I'm saying? Because not to big up myself, but I'm not hard to look at. With my 16 charisma with a +2 modifier to dice rolls, I could talk my way through some stuff. You know what I mean? What do you mean you've never seen any of this stuff? You really gotta explain that to me. So when then people stumble on the stuff and they're like, oh shit, that was cool. Yeah, we've been telling you that for years. You have no excuse. All of you guys have the option to go live on these things. People don't go on lives. Last time I was at the mall, you see people walking like doing Facebook things like I don't know, with all the jumpy camera, not doing anything. And we're giving you exclusive entertainment, infotainment. It's so good, and you should be here for it. Tell your friends, y'all. Thank you. And you know what? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. You know who you are, you caffeines, you friends and regulars, not decaf, of Coffee Break with JN. I couldn't do this without you. I love you all so much. We speak our own language. We talk about Ronaldo, how the hose taste. We could do that all night. I could do this all day. That's part of the richness of the JN and the Jamar Nicholas Network. I can't do this alone. It would be weird if I just talked to myself and nobody bounced off of me, right? Pause. This stuff is special. That's all I'm saying. So when I'm gone, one day somebody's going to go back to all this stuff and go, "Oh wow, that guy kind of made sense. I wish I paid attention to him." No, no. Thank you. That's right. Must see TV. 4 years. I've been doing this for four. I've been doing this as long as your kid's been in high school. And somehow we still have stuff to talk about. Right? Host taste forever. Yo, James, what's up, bro? Yeah, no rush. I'm not going anywhere if I can help it. Because you know what? I still need my Macy's parade balloon. I ain't going nowhere. I love it. All right, you guys. Let's see how we can wrap this up. I got a little bit of coffee left. So anyway, Pencil was great. Celebrate if you're still one of those people that only goes to Pencil because your boy's on it, or there's going to be a Brett Blevins sighting, or something like that, or the dude who made Cadillacs and Dinosaurs is going to be on it. Every what do they say? Every day's a gift because it's called the present, or whatever. However that goes. Like everybody's mother used to say things like, "You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. One day it'll be gone, and you'll be sorry. So don't be sorry." Secure that shit, Hudson. You're gonna make me put on Aliens, man. I love it. I love Aliens so much. Okay, all right. Here's my last ones and twos for the night, and I'm sure there's gonna be some people because I know There's some young people in here who've never seen any of the Star Wars movies. I know that's a crime against humanity. Wait a minute. Jordy says, I remember the first few episodes of Coffee Break where the view was a portrait and the camera looked like Bob Guccione put too much Vaseline on the lens. Yeah, my phone wasn't. My phone was chugging trying to make that happen. But that was like the beginning of lives, right? And I was like, yo, we can go live on this? That's amazing. But thanks, JRD. I think JRD, you've been at almost every one of these. So sip of coffee for notorious JRD. Give him his flowers, y'all. Let's get our sippers up. Good on you. Good number one. Secure that Hudson. I love it. All right, here's my last one and twos of the night. Where's my jump? Man, I got too many things, y'all. I think it says a lot about you by which aliens movie you like the best. If you're an alien, put a one in the chat. Aliens, put a two in the chat. And I'll do three and beyond could be three. So let's see it. Alien, that's just Sigourney Weaver, one alien. The cat was it Jonesy? The cat. That's it. Aliens is the Space Marines. Vasquez, let's rock. Ripley, calm down. Ease up. You're just grinding metal. Get away from her, you bitch. Two, or if you're like the rest of them. Let's see. Let's see those ones and twos. So many things. Yes. 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 Okay. All right. I see you. I say we take off and nuke the site from orbit. It's the only way to be sure. Man, if I don't say that every 3 days, something's wrong. Jonesy the cat. I love it. Well, okay, the alien. We got some Yaphet Koto fans in here. Nice map with a nice balance. Perfectly balanced, like things should be. I love them both equally. They're completely different films. You're correct. There is no three. EJB1, yes. JRD. Alien is a solid horror sci-fi thriller. Alien is a comedy action sci-fi John. And thank you, you get a point. You get a gold star for saying John in the right context. Bros with a one. Bros, I'm surprised. I like that for you. What the young people say? I love that for you. Caitlin with a one. Okay. Miguel, what up, Miguel? It's always great to see you, brother. Got a two. Eternity Forever, I like Alien, but two I watch over and over and over on HBO at 87. Yes, sir. There's a lot of aliens. Oh, Alien Isolation is good. I got like stuck at the very beginning. I had to put that back on. Yo, Prometheus was whack. I'm sorry. Like when he's like this, like the space scientists are like, "What's this?" Like, come on. That's right. You got the John extra credit. You heard the bell. Spaceballs is a better alien film than Aliens 3 or 4. They mostly come out at night. Mostly. Yeah, get them new. I love it. I love the kind of things that bring out just like, that groundswell of support. Because you gotta love aliens. Like I don't own a lot of that's a lie. I own a lot of crap. But some crap that I'll never get rid of is my RoboCop special edition DVD. Yo, you like CDs? My Aliens trilogy set, not the quadrilogy, because that's got some John I ain't watching in it. What else? Oh, and my giant Robo DVDs. Can't get rid of those. Oh, beautiful nights. Yo, I love Giant Robo. That's my favorite thing in the world, yo. Uh, Tim says, or let's go to a planet without environment suits. Prometheus was ridiculous. Yo, thank you. And my man was driving that space Camaro. I'm like, come on. I couldn't do it, man. Ronaldo says, come on, when she had to staple herself back together after she birthed that alien. I love it. Oh, that Arrow film RoboCop Blu-ray. I gotta cop that. Huh. Yeah, because the director's cut is like they have the little bit of the beginning where Paul Reiser is explaining what happened to Ripley's daughter, which I thought was a nice piece. Pause. And then the other big part was Hudson on the drop ship bragging about all the guns they have, and then there was the corridor scene where they put the smart guns, and that looked really fake. Wasn't it? They only had some of you guys are aliens marks, and you know all this stuff. There were like what 5 dudes in rubber suits did that whole movie, and it just kind of. I'm glad some of the stuff got cut. It's July. You gotta come save him, man. We ain't feeling Prometheus in here. But somebody like Prometheus. It's not entirely true. Guys, I gotta say, I love all the attention tonight. I see a lot of people here. We usually don't get numbers this high. I'm very excited. If you're new to watching Coffee Break off of the strength of Pencil to Pencil, we do this every week. We do this every week. Please, for the sake of the channel, for Pencil to Pencil and the Jamar Nicholas Network, the JNN, please like this. Thumbs it up. Pause. Subscribe to it. Hit the alarm. That's like your alarm clock. Woo woo. That's that woo woo. Hit the woo woo so you get these alerts, y'all. Because at this point, just like in the 80s when we would come home to see Cosby Show, you'd be at the mall. Yo, it's 7:40. We gotta go so we can go home and watch Cosby Show. JNN programming is must see TV. Pencil to Pencil, Wednesdays, 8 p.m. EST. The greatest man alive, the Act Nicholas one. Oh, yeah. Coffee Break with JN, Thursdays, 9 p.m. That's a prime time slot. That's a prime time slot, y'all. Stop fronting. All right. That's right. We doing numbers. We all the way up. JRD says, did you see there's an action figure of the Ed 209 and the junior exec that shoots off? Yo, that's hot. Oh man. If you haven't seen it before, this is old. Go to YouTube and type in RoboCop rap. And then there's also the Predator rap. And this British dude like does a synopsis of the whole movie with these raps that just tie in really nicely to the cuts. That's so choice, Ferris Bueller. I love it. We live in the past. All right, you guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I got a little bit of coffee left, but I got to get back to work. Thank you for all the love today, you guys, for my Leon news. Don't forget, tell them, El Jamal, 10-4, go and cop the book, pre-order it, wherever books are sold. Bezos, Walmart's, Target, Barnes & Noble. Oh, Barnes & Noble until the 10th has a 25% off pre-order orders. And I think the code is order25 and you'll get 25% off. Go to Barnes & Noble and cop it. I don't care. Just get it. You can get it by railway. You can get it by sailboat. I don't care how you cop it. Just cop it if you can. That's right. Buy the shirt. I got to put the graphic up because that's what I did. I think the ring goes like this. I was out and I have I have not post. I have bookmarks. If anybody's interested in getting some Leon bookmarks, hit me up and I'll take care of you. And I was out in the street and I was like, yo, oh, I got a new book coming out. Let me give you this bookmark. And they were like, yo, I heard of Leon. I was like, cool. Because you know what we're on now? Of course you have. That's what we're doing. What I say in the video, that's what we're doing now. Tell him, El Jamal, I said 2 years ago, no more wow emojis. Because this is our reality. There's no more wow. No, it's yup. Because we're living in our we're manifesting our destinies. We're living in our light and we're speaking our truths. If I could do this stuff, you could do well, you can't do my stuff because I'm doing my stuff. You do your stuff. But you do it, y'all. There's a lot of gatekeeping going on out there. Yo, we jump fences out here, y'all. Don't worry about that. You know, like my man, like my girl Jill Valentine, master of unlocking. We unlocking doors, y'all. Don't worry about that. Just do you get yours, and also get Leon the Extraordinary 10-4. Bodega Voltron is the best, and you're missing out if you don't get to see it. Don't let Bodega Voltron FOMO run your life. Thank you, Nakota, and I'll give a plug for the Patreon. And I don't know, Matt just said some wild stuff. I don't know what's going on with Patreon, but y'all join the Patreon. I'm really close to changing my whole tier system around. As you know what, some of you guys have been supporting me from day one. I love you for it. I want to make things more interesting or maybe even more balanced. I may even get to a thing where I just get rid of the tiers. And it's just like you want to support me at whatever level you feel comfortable with. Everybody gets everything. And we'll figure that out on the other side. Because the busier I get with all of this book stuff, the more I'm going to be like going to Patreon land and leaving the land of men like the elves on Lord of the Rings. You might be only be able to find me on Patreon because everything else might be more kid focused. I may stop doing coffee break on regular YouTube and bring it to the Patreon. And then it might be like drawing with JN on YouTube with like, hey kids, that might happen. Who knows? But you guys are my riders. You've been with me for the longest. I want you guys to stay. If you love what I'm doing, if you love It Ain't Hard to Tell, and like people in the chat already are like, yo, don't miss It Ain't Hard to Tell. Don't miss Bodega Voltron, Mike Hawthorne, and Jamal Nichols, who formed into a bag of Utz chips and quarter waters. You're only going to see that on my Patreon or Mike Hawthorne's Patreon. We're almost what's it next time is 60 episodes and everyone is over an hour long. That's over 60 hours long. Don't miss it, y'all. I don't know what y'all waiting for. Stop throwing your money down the drain buying like fake handbags. Support Jamar's Patreon. Thank you. All right, you guys, I'm gonna wrap this up. Let me see what else is in the chat. That's right. Gente no dinero. That's right. People, not money. I love it. That's El Jamal's favorite thing. Hit him with the Spanish, Hawthorne. I love it. Did I mute for a second? Oh, I'm sorry, you guys. Yeah, it's I lost a lot. I lost a lot of patrons. I lost like 5 or 6 patrons. But you know what? I get it. It's time. And also people need to spread their money around. The holidays are coming. You got to start like, I get it, y'all. If you don't love it, ain't hard to tell you're a psychopath. You telling them. Wow, JRD says it's 100 hours of programming. Oh, also, you heard it here first, you guys. There might be another It Ain't Hard to Tell live at Baltimore Comic Con. That's where our man Ronaldo came from. Tell him, Ronaldo. That's right. That's your bi-weekly reset. You hit the reset button for 2 seconds. You got a cycle power. I love it. All right, you guys. I've said enough. Thank you so much for your support. I know we're here for Tabernacle. We needed this. Yeah, I'm in the same thing, and I owe people like mail things, and it's like it's all right there. I just got to get it out the door, and I think we could all figure out a way to do this better, and I think it's time to figure that out together. Oh, that almost rhymed. All right, guys, love you much. Tell them what to do. Suze is asleep. Snooze pose is in effect, which is this. Tell him, El Jamal. Say good night, John boy. Thank you guys so much. Let's go home. You've been watching. Oh, that's not it. You've been watching Coffee Break with JN, with your boy JN. We had a lot of fun tonight. Some people call me Philly Donahue, Johnny Carson. That's wild stuff. Uh, the Grand Poobah of indie comics, and also Kevin Scrapple because bacon was taken. That's right. Um, tell him it ain't hard to tell. It's better than She-Hulk. All right, guys. That's yo. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Go over, cop it. We got all types of stuff going on. For the price of a dirty chai latte, you can support it. If you're really interested in watching, it ain't hard to tell in all the other videos. Subscribe at the $5 level. I think that's the sweet spot. All right, you guys. Thanks so much. That's right, Tim 4. I love it. Good night, John Boy. We'll see y'all. See you, Duke. See you, Eternity. See you, James. Good night, Dakota. Good night, Ronaldo. Good night, Matt. Good night, JRT. Good night, El Jamal. Good night, Paul Pate. Good night, Kate. I love it. Thank you, guys. I like got rid of the thing. Weren't we doing the outro? Oh man, where'd it go? Oh, covering the screen. I got it. See ya. What happened here tonight? You got to hang out with your boy JN and watch me drink coffee and run my mouth. And now that I'm out of coffee, where's Trey? Come on, y'all. Video over. By the book. See you guys next week. Love you.